He wins the belt, and then 2-year layoff. And then it's like, oh, God, what happened? Right at the height of COVID, all of that stuff, right? Now, Julian Erosa is a guy where the belt days are long behind him. Now, this dude is just scrapping, trying to get a $50K bonus and work his way up to a title opportunity in this loaded featherweight division. Matchup-wise, you know they're going to throw these guys together because both of them like to walk forward, they like to scrap, they like to throw down, and they invite getting hit and will continue to battle on. Now, that's a good thing, entertainment-wise. That is a very poor strategy on either end of this matchup because both of these dudes can crack. And if you're really looking at it, man, 14-4 for Padilla, man. Lots of finishes under his belt. But if you also look at Juicy J, he's more of a live and die by the finish. Like he will get finished, 10 losses, 28 wins, way more finishes than been finished. But at the end of the day, is this one of those spots? And I have to address this here, AJ. I need your opinion. We've been seeing a lot of these hyped up newcomers come into the UFC and drop the ball. I'm not going to say it's because they're not good. They're super hyped up for a reason. But these guys who have been battle tested, Julian Erosa, these guys who have been knocked guys out here, sometimes for them, they're just too used to the feeling. And the stage fright and the anxiety of first time on the big show can be a little bit too much. Are we fading some of these UFC newcomers and instead working off of past glories? Edson Barbosa, Billy Quarantillo, for an example, just taking the veteran, the old chiseled vet versus the new guy trying to steal his spot. Are we leaning that way?
I think it's a case-by-case basis, Derek, personally, because on this fight, yeah, I am leaning that way. I think having an old belt winner, you know, or he was wherever Padilla was fighting out of, he wins a belt, right? Comes in, he's like, yes, I'm going to fight. I forget who it is exactly, but then has a 2-year layoff. He's like, oh shit, I don't get my UFC debut. But then you just got to wait and you chill and you get fed to a dog like Julian Juicy J. Erosa. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Padilla is not ready for this kind of fight. I just think when you're waiting so long for something and you have all that anxiety and then they put you in the main card versus a dude who you know goes to absolute war every time he fights, it's a little bit of a daunting hill. I mean, we might be making mountains out of molehills over here, Derek, but I see this one as a very challenging fight for Padilla. Now, the one thing I do like about him, those high head kicks, man. I forget the height and reach advantage. Yeah, they definitely go in Padilla. Well, at least the reach. But the legs, the high kicks are very susceptible, or a thing that Julian Juicy J. Erosa has fallen victim to before. And the head kicks are very nice at the Padilla corner. I don't know, Derek. When I first saw this fight on paper, I was like, what are they doing feeding this dude to just an absolute dog? Is it that far, or is it a little closer than the paper would say?
Nah, man. Padilla's hyped up, man. They're not hyped up in a bad way. Like, this is a highly touted prospect that people are excited to get their eyes on. It is just interesting that you give him such a battle-tested guy. You would think to give him someone a little lower in terms of experience. But to clear it up, Padilla, he won the Fury FC championship, and then he dipped out. The reason I said LFA is because he fought in LFA the fight before that against Nate Richardson. But yeah, he beat Cameron Graves, knocked him out with a nasty elbow, ended up winning the featherweight championship, dipped out, was supposed to fight Sean Soriano back in 2021, and then 2-year layoff. So that's clearing that up. Now, Julian Erosa, you said that he struggles with the leg kicks. You made a great point. I actually wanted to bring that one up. So when he fought Alex Caceres, the thing about Caceres is I don't think Padilla has the same footwork, head movement, or ability to mix up high and low simultaneously to make you overthink. I think that for both of these fighters, in the most respectful way I could possibly say it, they're kind of plotting featherweights that will walk you down and just string combinations together, get in your face, and just go to war. So once again, the middle ground will be very important here. The thing that you notice, even looking at Padilla's last fight, he'll close the distance and he almost fights as if he doesn't have this massive reach advantage. He fights like a short fighter, and he'll get tagged up on after he throws his combination, head stays on the center line. He'll get tagged up. Erosa does a little bit better job moving his head and avoiding some of these shots, but at the end of the day, same situation, man. Erosa will take the shot, tap his chin, give me more, and then stand in front of you some more, and then continue that. So if this is a matter of first to fall, you know what I mean? If it's a matter of rock'em sock'em robots, just like you got right there in the background, brother, who gets it done?
Ooh, Julian Juicy J Erosa for me, dog. And this has to just be a battle tested thing. We've seen the chin take a couple shots, man. And don't get me wrong. I mean, the Nate Landwehr flying knee that he had, the what was it? Song. Oh no. Excuse me. Julian Juicy J Erosa had the TKOs. The one after that was Sting Woo Choi, where he got dropped. The chin is very strong of Julian Juicy J Erosa. I don't know if Fernando Padilla has the power to take it out. We've seen the power come from the other side. I like what you were saying, though, Derek, of that middle ground kind of a battle. And for me, as a striker, man, when I see these two going at it, they're going to be jumping into that 1 foot in the tire, both swinging out. And to me, whoever's going to be able to manage the distance exiting and entering, that's who's going to be winning the fight. And to me, that's Julian Juicy J. And that's where the punches are going to come in and the kicks and all that. That's where it'll be unfolded. Do you think it's the same? We're going to see a dog fight, or are we going to see a little more technical from the veteran in Erosa?
No, I think this is going to be a dogfight, but what you can't forget is both of these dudes could grapple too. Triangles, darces, anacondas, they're slick off of their back and in top control submission positions as well. So you have to watch out for both of these guys wherever the fight goes. So I would be interested to see how they mix it up. But I'm just going to keep it simple, just kind of the way that I was explaining it in the beginning. I'm fading the newcomer on this one. The hyped up newcomer, not because I don't like him and don't think that he's good, but also long layoff. All of these intangibles just are kind of coming in. First time in the big show, Apex, no real crowd. And then here's Julian Erosa coming in off of a knockout being like, I got to get one back. Give me Julian Erosa. And if this lasts, bro, if this goes to a decision, I can definitely see fight of the night written all over this one. But I think that this one probably ends in a finish, man. The tough part is choosing between the props. Plus 500 for a TKO, plus 350 for a submission. I kind of feel like they should be flipped. Like it shouldn't be so high for the submission. Give me the TKO, man. Julian Erosa. How do you see it?
Yeah, I was right there with you, Derek. I think this one's going to end in the finish. Ironically, I'm actually going to go with the submission. I think something's going to happen. Someone's getting cracked. We're going to end up on the ground. Submission, Julian Juicy J Erosa.
Okay, fair enough. And then if you look at the only 3 losses, I guess he has 4 losses, but the 3 losses in his last 10 for Padilla, all decision losses, man. I'll just say that. All right, brother.